because small and medium enterprises owners in Nigeria have expressed their discontent with the government's move to redesign some of the local currency, which according to them have been affecting their businesses due to the shortage of the new banknotes. According to the authorities, the decision is meant to combat corruption and also to help manage inflation, which is said to be disrupting the country's financial system. An economic analyst, however, observed that the central bank's policy to introduce the new currency was fast-tracked. Here's more details of that in this report.
Months ago, Sarafina Obed operated a point-of-sale business in Jos, but it collapsed when the government swapped old banknotes for new ones.
I've lost a lot of customers. My business is not just the way it used to be. Like things are terribly bad, and then we just want the government to hear our voice and help us so that we'll still retain back our customers. I just want everything to be back on track the way it used to be before the cashless society and the change of currency.
Sarafina now sells clothes to survive, but many small and medium enterprises in Nigeria that rely on cash-based payments have been forced out of business. According to the Association of Mobile Money and Bank Agents in Nigeria, over 80% of its members have shut down operations. Economic analysts argued the decision by the central banks to make changes and circulate new notes was rushed.
You had a good policy, you had good intentions, but it was totally out of place to, first of all, talk about giving a deadline for the change of these currencies when they need to come. You needed to also check your other systems of payments that you didn't actually look at. You already know that we had issues with our technology. In fact, the infrastructure that allows for transfers was already choked.
In October 2022, Nigeria's central bank introduced the redesign of the country's 200, 500 and 1,000 naira notes in its financial system. The policy, according to the authorities, is aimed at fighting corruption, claiming 80% of old banknotes that have been outside the banking system and controlling the money in circulation to manage inflation. Financial analysts say the government needs to ensure enough cash is available and the infrastructure to manage the cash is also strengthened.
The central bank would have introduced a lot more of the new notes and make it available to people, first of all, while you are building your capacity with the banks to make sure that your transfers and online banking systems were working.
Nigeria has an unemployment rate of 33%, and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group projects that it will hit 37% by the end of this year. The Supreme Court in the country in March further directed the central bank to extend the use of banknotes in all the older denominations of the currency until December 31st to reduce the hardship among citizens and businesses. 3 state governors had taken the government to court in February over the scarcity of the old and new naira notes. Some banks have started to comply with the court order to approve the old notes for the next 10 months. But small-scale business owners like Sarafina fear the situation will take a while to return to normal.